We have got Prime Essien. So we actually did pack, well, we didn't pack this card, but we got this card on an SBC. I won't tell you where he's gone, but we've got his loan version now. Obviously, with all of the kind of large jumbo packs, like I say, you'll be seeing a lot of primes with 10 loan kind of cards on there, which we just hadn't reviewed. We just didn't have the time, and we just didn't focus enough. So we're getting through them now. We're going to see if they're still relevant in the game. And 90 Essien, to be honest with him, isn't bad at all. He starts off at an 85 on his base. That's still coming in at 345. He then has a mid, which is seen as his worst version. That's coming in at 147. We've got a prime moments, which is 1.2, which we will try out soon. And this version's coming in at 600,000 coins still. And I think if you're looking across the board, prime icons are down in price by a landslide. To be holding any sort of 500k plus profit is massive, or at least value as such, is incredible. He's a 3-star, 4-star, high work rates. He's right-footed, standing at 5'10", with no traits. And in terms of his stats then, so we've got good pace on him. I think 85 for a DM. We're looking at that engine, which will give him an extra 5, taking his pace up to 90. We then already have good amount of passing. Short and long pass will go up by +5 as well, which takes them to what, 96 and 91. Incredible. We then get the agility balance, which is what we're kind of aiming for, and 80 agility and 98 balance is incredible. He also gets 88 dribbling as a little side benefit, 85 composure, which is good enough, and then we've got ball control and reactions already up there, and his defending and physicals are pretty extreme. So let's just go straight into this card and see if he's worth 600,000 coins still. Essien coming across to Team of the Year Conte. Going to try and push in on Jesus. Varane's coming over. Settles him. Oh, we could have done with him there. Beautiful. That's the challenge we wanted. Good defensive duty. Managed to nick the ball again, and on the run we go. Essien seeing it out here. Managed to hold. Oh, that's a bit of a stinky pass. Essien, I need him to come here. Good interception. Read that like an absolute book. Trusting Essien to see it out here. Been a bit quiet in this first match. Nothing really to do on that defensive, but we see him absolutely bombing forward. Finds the ball into Neymar. That is some cracking passing. Can we find a Messi on this outside? Imagine the volley. Oh my, what a goal. Essien with a bit of duties. Finds a ball into Neymar. So far, passing and defending, he's absolutely smashed it in terms of what he's been needed to do. It's a great ball into Neymar. What can we find from it? Bit of Ben Yedder. He wasn't even offside. I thought he might have been to Essien. He's found himself a bit forward. Tries to roll on into Ben Yedder. He does get successful, but Rudiger's going to be there to stop him. Essien keeps the play. Very nice indeed. Definitely feels like he's got a little bit about him in terms of dribbling as well, which is always nice. Passing has been exquisite so far. Really not really misplaced a ball where I kind of haven't really tested where the ball's going. Seeing with the link-up play, he's done very well for a DM to get himself involved in the attack. Is sometimes a bit annoying because obviously you do want him as a DM, but I think in this case, when you're controlling the game, it's not too bad to have somebody who can push just that little bit. I think in terms of Essien, he's definitely done well with the kind of moving the ball forward, almost like a box-to-box role. Defensively, he's kind of just, I don't know, I think a lot of the time the centre-backs are normally pushed up quite a lot in personally my formation, so I haven't necessarily needed him massively in that interception role. I definitely think interceptions isn't majorly his strong point, but again, it's not necessarily a weakness either. Essien seeing it out. What can we find? What on earth was that? I don't think I went for a run that big. Essien with the interception. Lovely stuff. Essien with a big challenge. Gets the ball back. We've been passed on completely there. He's finding his way through. Oh, good block. AI has absolutely saved me as it literally looked like the last hope. Essien trying to find a bit into Sterling. Need a bit more of a run. Salah's making it. Rudiger's holding him off. The strength of Rudiger is incredible. So then, Essien. What do we think? For me, 90 rated, solid. We've got good pace on him. Shooting wise, not too fussed. Passing is good. We've got the short and long, which is all that's needed really out of the passing. Dribbling with the engine. The engine is crucial for this card. Is good. Very good. 87 on a DM. Can't grumble. 90 on the defending and physicality. again, fantastic. It's only really the head and accuracy that's dropping the defending by a couple, which for me is absolutely fine if you've got somebody else who's taller, or you kind of just are willing to almost take out that heading aspect and leave that to the defenders. Again, I don't see many headers coming from Essien, to be honest, bar from maybe when you're in the corner, which again, you've got more of defenders that are 6'4", 6'5", so it doesn't matter anyway. So for me, I think it doesn't matter heavily on the kind of DM roles. I've got personally Vieira and Paqueta. Vieira obviously being the taller one, who would be necessarily being replaced by Essien in this, because Paqueta is a 5'5", so can't argue there. But I think Essien played well. Got all the tackles that he needed to. Again, I'd say it's only kind of my positioning that really let him down at times. Passing was nice. He kind of pushed forward every now and then, which was good. I think overall play from him was actually quite nice, and I can see why his price is still sitting at that 550 to 600 value. And like I say with most icons, always check the price first. Don't just go and think, oh, okay, he's 580, and then go and look and he's 500. We've seen so many people that at this moment in time, he's selling for £1 million, but 2 hours ago he was selling for 540. Always check your prices with icons, because they do fluctuate. More on the prime moments, but again, I can imagine primes do as well. In terms of kind of like the overall for him, I'd be solid at about 9.4. I'm interested to try this moments out, because again, some good increases. He's got a bit more on the shooting, making him more of a kind of a box to box almost, but I think definitely, is it the engine still, I can imagine? Shadow or engine? So a shadow would give you 96 pace, 97 defending. Wow. Or engine gives you that agility balance. Again, depending on what you want to go with him, the engine will allow him to kind of push up a bit more, whereas the shadow is like kind of summon him to a DM role. So that will be an interesting one, coming in at 1.2, so we should be able to pick that one up very, very soon as my two icons sell. But in terms of Essien, I think he's a solid card. Do I wish that I'd go buy him right now? I think there's definitely DMs coming in as an effective price, kind of a bit cheaper, but again, icon, you've got to remember that these cards link everybody, they make teams, and sometimes you just get them from an SBC, and that's personally where I did to start with. And again, he followed through, he did well, he got the passing done, he managed to get a couple of assists, and a cracking assist, which I've never done a reaction to a goal like that in my life, but it's a cracking ball down a wing. Then Neymar hits it into an outside of the box Messi volley. It just worked so well. The build-up play to it was incredible, and that's where it starts. A DM, a centre-back, that's what you need to have to almost start the play, to make it really work, and Essien does that. So I think definitely I would possibly be looking, if I was kind of having a look at the prices, I'd be looking, yeah, I'd probably be looking around about the fives. Ooh, when's that? 23rd, so that was yesterday. 540, that could just be a one-off, maybe. We've got two 540s, so I'd be looking anywhere from 500 to 550 to be really safe with this card for the now. But again, as you can see on that graph, every month, every week, he will be getting lower naturally, because more people are either packing him, SBCs are coming out, the newer players are coming out, so it's becoming less in demand. Always make sure with that, because these icons eventually will drop down, and that is just naturally a progression of decrease in price. So let me know down below what you think about Essien. I think he was a solid card. Can't wait to try out his moments, and make sure you like and subscribe for more of them. I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.